Hello, friends. Welcome back to the Pride Pack. So today I'm going to be talking about wedding venues. So if you hadn't heard already, I am engaged to my fiance Patricio, and we have been engaged since April. We got engaged at Disneyland. So I've been slowly doing the wedding planning process. It's been kind of hard trying to plan a wedding at the same time as we are going through our home building process. But we are still really excited to get the wedding planning going, and we've been slowly sort of doing it. So today I want to talk about the different wedding venues that I have been sort of trying to choose between. I kind of have it narrowed down pretty well. And we have toured together a few of these venues, and I'm going to share my top three. And then there might be a couple of honorable mentions, but I'm definitely going to share my top three and the pros and cons that I am personally having at this moment. So here's going to be my review of my top three wedding venues in Las Vegas. So, coming in at number 3, the Emerald at Queensridge. So the Emerald at Queensridge, Queensridge, that is so hard to say. Try saying that 12 times. 12 times. Try saying that 5 times fast. Queensridge. I can't even get through 2. So the Emerald at Queensridge. It's a fun name. So what I love the most about this venue and what put it in my top 3 is the outdoor ceremony spaces. So they've got this really beautiful area where it's got a nice pathway that's kind of like formed by the little planter blocks, where they've got all these nice beautiful flowers. You can add your own flowers. You can decorate those little areas with lights. That's what I see a lot in the photos, is that area decorated with these little candle lights, and it just looks really beautiful. And then that natural path that it forms, people put a nice flower under there, some flowers, and it just gives it an amazing look. And then it's got these arch drapes that they have put over the top of this archway. So it's just, I'm telling you, it's gorgeous. It goes through that pathway that your bridal party is going to walk through. It goes right under these trees that's got these beautiful bright lights in them. It kind of looks like fireflies. It's just so pretty. There's also a ceremony archway that's already provided there too for you to be standing under. So again, that's what makes this part shine, is that little outdoor area. And there's just a lot of different things that you can do it. It's a great workable space. Where it doesn't so much shine is the inside, the reception area. It's pretty plain. The floor is like carpeted. Okay, let me explain that better. So a lot of the times wedding venue floors are carpeted, but it's typically a designed carpet that kind of fits well. That's a little bit elegant. This carpet is kind of like, your house carpet maybe. It seems to be well kept, but it's just plain color carpet that's just doesn't really have the feeling of a reception venue. And the options that are included in this for the linens are very plain, and it's that, I don't know what you call that fabric, but it's the thick, shiny fabric. So it's that fabric that looks like it should be silk, but it's not silk. Or if it is silk, then I don't know where they're getting that silk from, because it's not quality. So I'm not a fan of that. So where I feel this one really lacks is in the all-inclusive wedding package options that it has. So it actually kind of includes a lot as far as what it says. Or like the basic of your different things. It's got some centerpieces, you get a buffet, you get some drinks, but it's a very basic version of all of those things. So you get a centerpiece, but it's like a small candle is the centerpiece it includes. And you get a buffet dinner, but the buffet is like 1 or 2 options, and which can be kind of common, but it's just, there's not very many options included in that buffet. And you do get like soda, coffee, and tea, and even like a beer option, but it's not including, you know, your liquors. So it kind of throws you off when you go in thinking, oh wow, this is really going to be all inclusive. I'm getting a cake, I'm getting all this stuff. And then you see the version that you get, and it's a really basic version. It's the one sheet cake or something that isn't what you're picturing for your wedding. And you can get the nice big beautiful floral centerpiece, and you can get the 3-tier cake, but it's going to cost you extra. That's not part of that all-inclusive thing. So all of a sudden you're going from, their package deal says it is $10,500 for their all-inclusive package for up to 100 guests. But you know, once you start adding in those additional costs to get things, or to upgrade from their basic version that is included to something that you would typically see at a wedding, or that you're picturing, or that you're seeing on Pinterest or whatever, you're gonna have to pay way extra. So that is kind of where it gets knocked down on my book. Light change. Sorry, it's starting to get a little bit dark outside, so I had to pop on my extra light. So cool. So coming in at number 2, Wedgwood Weddings. So Wedgwood is pretty cool. You may have heard of that venue. They've got multiple venues across the country in a lot of different states. So obviously we're talking about Wedgwood Las Vegas, and I really, really like this venue. It has got a really nice ceremony space that's outside. It's kind of rustic looking. It's got these, what do you call them, like a patio on top that's made out of wood, and it's just got this charm to it with this nice little brick wall that kind of just like sets the tone for it. So I love how creative I've seen brides get with how they choose to decorate the space. So I have seen brides putting huge planters before that walkway and before the patio that reach all the way up to the patio to give it this really big dramatic effect. I've seen lights hanging from the patio overhead. I've seen there's some poles that hold the patio up. So I've seen brides wrapping lighting around the poles. Just tons of beautiful stuff and that they're doing. And then once you get to the end of the walkway, the backdrop is this cute fountain, this fountain wall that they've got back there. It's just really beautiful. So I definitely think that is somewhere I could see myself getting married, see myself walking down the aisle. And they do have an indoor option that's really pretty too, but it just doesn't have as charming of a feel. And that's important because, one, the time of year that we are considering having our wedding, which we are thinking about like summertime, it is blistering hot outside here in Las Vegas. It doesn't exactly make sense to have an outdoor reception necessarily. So you might end up having that indoor reception. So being sold on, what that outdoor space looks like may not make sense when we might just be doing the indoor space. And that one is just a little bit lackluster. So, and especially when you compare it to my number 1 choice, which I will show you later, their indoor space, which is just a lot more beautiful than the one at Wedgwood. However, the reception area at Wedgwood is really beautiful. It's like neck and neck for me with my number one venue choice at the moment. It's just beautiful. What really stands out is the stonework. They've got these stone pillars all around the room, and you can get their lighting package, which lights up these stone pillars. So it just gives it this really beautiful, whimsical fairy tale feel, and just makes it turn into just like Disneyland almost. That's kind of how it reminds me of, is like the Disneyland castle when it's lit up at nighttime right before the fireworks. Just beautiful. You get to pick your own colors that you want to light up the stone, and it just gives the room a completely different look. So I love that about Wedgwood. But now let's talk about their package, and this is where Wedgwood really shines. This is where my dilemma is coming in, because I cannot tell you how hard it is. I mean, some of you, if you've gone through this process, you know how hard it can be trying to decide between what you feel is the most beautiful, most perfect location ever versus the budget. So that's kind of where I'm at right now, because Wedgwood is the most affordable option. They do have standard packages, but they also have a complete build your own package, which is awesome. They don't impose a minimum fee like the other two that are on my list do. So at Wedgwood, they have 4 different packages for you to choose from. So the classic package comes in at $60 a person, and it is honestly pretty inclusive. You are getting a 5-hour wedding time, inclusive of your ceremony, cocktail hour, and reception. It's already coming with a 2 entree choice buffet. You're getting house linens, you're getting table linens, tablecloths. It comes with a DJ. You're getting centerpieces, though you are only getting the house centerpieces, which are, again, more like a candle set. And then you've got your premier package, which comes in at $90 a person. And this is probably the best option for me. It's including all the things that we mentioned in the classic package, your DJ, your linens, all that stuff. You're getting centerpieces, but this time you get to choose a floral arrangement. So you're not just dealing with candles, you get to pick from an array of floral options. So that's really nice. And then this one includes an open bar, which includes wine, beer, and you do get some liquor. You get the well options. So that's really good, and you're getting your open bar included. So that's a big standout for this package. And then you also, for your buffet, you actually get 3 entree choices instead of 2. So that's a great option. And then the most expensive package is the Elite package. It is $115 per person. And this one has all the stops. It's including all the other things, plus a photo booth, plus a sparkler send out, just really all of the options. So it comes with all your bells and whistles, but it is obviously the most expensive. And then besides that, it does include a ceremony and a venue fee, which is typical for a wedding venue. And the ceremony fee is only $595, so that's not bad compared to a lot of different wedding venues. And then for the reception fee, it is $1,395 for the reception venue rental, which again is not bad compared to other places, but that's for a Saturday rental. You get a good discount if you are doing any other day through the week, or even Saturday in the morning or the lunchtime. So that's some things to think about if you look at this venue and you really love it, but you're trying to cut down on some price. And now, coming in at number 1 on my list, sorry I don't have a brochure for this one, is the Revere Golf Club. So guys, the Revere Golf Club is beautiful. It is really close to the mountains up in Henderson. Those of you who know this area, up in Henderson, and it's just beautiful. It is a golf course. Wedgwood is on a golf course too, but it doesn't have as much of a golf course feel as Revere does, which is a really good thing, I think, especially because a lot of their outdoor ceremony choices are right on the golf course. It's in front of a pond. They've got one option that is a hillside where the bride, or there's a grass path kind of like eaten out of the grass that the bride walks down. That could be really beautiful. And I don't know, I just don't really have too many bad things to say about this place. It's pretty everywhere when you go on the tour, and they're showing you all of your different location options around property. They're all just beautiful. They all stand out more than the other 2 locations do. And this is also true for the indoor reception option. So again, like I said, it gets really hot in here, or who knows, it could rain. I know it's Vegas, but it could rain, still does sometimes. And their indoor reception area is beautiful. It is this open kind of circular room, and it has got basically floor to ceiling windows, so it really makes you feel like you're getting that outdoor space still. And in the background you just get beautiful mountains and beautiful golf course, and it's beautiful. So it definitely tops the list on the ceremony options. Now, as far as the reception, again, you've got some really great options. They've got like an outdoor indoor terrace area that you could use, or you could use the ballroom, which is my favorite. It again has these very large picturesque windows that allow you to look out onto the golf course and the mountains, and you even can see a little bit of Las Vegas skyline. And it's a great space. So let's talk about the package options. So this one comes in kind of either the priciest or it's the middle of the pack, just depending on what you do. Because like I said, Wedgwood is definitely the lowest cost option. Emerald is the middle of the pack option if you just stick with all of their basic options, all their basic package. But if you do those upgrades, then Emerald would actually be the most expensive, and this would come in middle, at least for me. This is going off of, by the way, my wedding and what we think we're going to be doing for our wedding, which is approximately 85 people. So included in the package for Revere Golf Club, you get your buffet option, which you get to choose 3 options. And again, I'm talking about buffet. All these places do have plated options, but we are choosing to do the buffet option at whichever venue we end up going with. So you get 3 choices for your buffet option. It does include hors d'oeuvres to be passed around during your cocktail hour. You automatically get 5 hours with the venue space, though there is an option to upgrade to have it for longer, but you do officially get the full 5 hours. And like I said, you get all these different options for your ceremony space and your reception space. So with your package from Revere, you get included in your ceremony space the choice of a DJ or pianist, which I love that option because why wouldn't you go with the pianist? So I'm definitely going to be choosing that option if we do end up going with Revere. They also include draping for your archway, and it also includes a water station, which is the only one that includes that for the ceremony space. And then what's great is, like I said, there's so many different options for your ceremony space all around the golf course. It actually provides a free shuttle to take you and your guests to whichever space you choose as your ceremony space. So that's awesome. And then for your reception, you get included, like I said, that buffet dinner if that's what you choose. The buffet dinner, which is actually, or you get a couple of options. You could do the 2 entree option or the 3 entree option, which we're going with the 2 entree most likely. And also included are centerpieces, though again these are the house centerpieces. You would have to upgrade if you want to do something a little bit fancy or floral, though I will say this has the best house centerpiece. It is like another candle arrangement, but this is actually the multi-layered candle, candle option. So you get a small candle, a medium candle, and a large candle kind of arranged. So it's the best house centerpiece out of the 3 options in my opinion. Also already included in that is a champagne toast. And then the coolest option, or one of the coolest options, is for your bar option. You don't have to choose between either no liquor or an open bar if you don't want to. For their options, they have a consumption bar option. So for that option, that means you choose how much you want to put on like a tab for your guests. So let's say you think that your guests are going to drink about $1,000 worth of liquor for all of your guests. So you can put $1,000 on the bar tab, and as your guests drink throughout the night, it slowly deducts from that $1,000 that you put on the tab. After your guests have used up the $1,000, then it becomes a cash bar and they pay for whatever else they would like to drink. And with that option, you get to choose from all of their bar options. You get wine, you get beer, and you get liquors, and you get your house or your signature drink. So that is just a great option for us because we've got a good number of people that would drink, but a lot of our family who would be coming are the older crowd, or they're not into drinking. So having that option to only say put down like $300 for drinks for that consumption bar is just a super great option for us. And then I'm just going to share the options that I have included in my workup of this for this venue. So I have also included, which is an add-on, but again, that base price ends up not being too bad because the actual per person amount for this venue is about $54 a person. So it's not bad per person, but I guess the base package is a little bit less, but you could add in some things like I did, which is your DJ. So the DJ, if you go with them, costs $1,000, and then you could also add in bistro lights to go over your ceremony or to go over your reception area, and that is $750, and you could add in a photo booth, which is $900. So again, you could do without all of those stuff. You could get your own DJ, your own lighting, all of that stuff. But even when you add all of those things in, it only comes out to about $13,000. So again, it's super reasonable. It is, it comes out to $13,000 for a lower amount because I actually did do a workup for less people on this one. So the other workups were 85 people. This workup that I'm looking at right now is only for 65 people. So it came out to the same amount. It was about $12,000 to do just that basic package without adding on the DJ and the bistro lights and the photo booth when I was doing 85 people. But then when I lowered it down to only having 65 people at the wedding and added on the DJ, the bistro lights, and the photo booth, it still only came out to $12,000. So I'm just sort of weighing what I want included in the package versus how many people I think we want at the wedding. So those are my top 3 options right now. I know there are a lot of different things that we could still talk about these venues and about weddings. This is only a very small part of the decisions I'm trying to make, but now you can sort of see the different choices you have to make between having something that you think is really beautiful and everything looks great, but maybe it's a little bit more expensive and maybe you have to reduce the number of people you're going to have at your wedding to get that beauty, or you're going to have to pay for it, versus you can invite 150 people and come out the same price, but the reception area is okay, or the ceremony space is all right. So you just kind of have to choose and find a balance between your budget and what is really important to you, and how your wedding is going to look like. So thank you for tuning in to this video. Please talk to me down in the comments if you have any questions about any of these venues. If you've got just comments on what you think is the best venue, what's your favorite venue, if you looked at or seen any of these venues, I will make sure to link all of them in the description below so you can check them out for yourselves fully and look through the gallery. So thank you for watching this video. I know that this is a brand new channel, just trying to figure out what works best and what doesn't work. So I appreciate you guys bearing with me as I just sort of experiment with, being in front of the camera. But if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And again, talk to me down in the comments. And if you would like to see more videos about weddings, about trying to go through the engagement process and get married, and just about all the other things we're going to be talking on this channel, go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell icon.